Daily Beast has a headline the other day, is Glenn Greenwald the new master of right-wing media? And part of the indictment is that you've appeared a number of times on Fox News, including 3 previous appearances on this program. I mean, I ask you questions, you respond, and that makes you a crazy conservative?
I think it shows how the liberal media really does think, the liberal sector of the media. Obviously, the purpose of that article was a hit piece. And they thought, what can we say about Glenn Greenwald that would be the most, say, incriminating thing we can possibly think of? And it's like, oh, let's link him to right-wing media and say that he goes on Fox News. Of course I go on Fox News. Why would I not want to, as a journalist, speak to the millions of people who watch this network? It's the most watched network in the world. But they can only see the world, even as journalists, through the prism of left versus right. I go on other shows like Joe Rogan that's in the middle. I talk to left-wing podcasters and YouTubers with huge audiences all the time, but they see the world as left versus right, and even as journalists, they believe that their only role is to serve the interest of one side of the political spectrum. So for them, my going on Fox News makes me some kind of a traitor as opposed to a journalist who just wants to communicate with as many people as possible.
Right. Well, when you were doing your groundbreaking reporting on Bush, Cheney, and the Iraq War, or during the Obama administration, you were seen as a wild-eyed liberal. Now you're a crazy conservative. These labels, I think, are not necessarily terribly useful. Let's deal with the substance of what you have to say, as you do on Twitter every day, and I've got to leave it at that. Glenn Greenwald, great to see you. Thanks very much for joining us.
Good to be with you, Howie. Thanks for having me.
After the break, tennis super